We were talking about election day 2020, depending on who wins today, how it will impact both the parties. What do you think? And depending on who wins, how will it affect the parties?
Well, look, first let me answer the question about the anxiety level. I couldn't sleep last night. Al couldn't sleep last night. But I woke up this morning and I went and I walked around the block, and there's two voting precincts where I take Cha-Cha to walk, and everything was normal and people were happy and people are voting, and I could see the volunteer poll workers and they were so happy to be there. And you know, I kind of calm down. I'm feeling very zen right now. And it's like, okay, we got this, America. We have had 220 years of peaceful transfer of power in this country. That's something that so many other countries, including the one I fled, cannot say. And I started thinking about John Lewis. And I started thinking about 100 years of the 19th Amendment and the suffragettes. And so I hope people go out and vote today, those who still have not voted, and that they keep that in mind, keep that in their hearts as they vote, that this is the greatest democracy, and we will defend it, and it will stand up. It has survived wars. It's survived all sorts of things. And look, as to your question, as far as the effect of the parties, I hate to tell you this, but even if Trump loses tonight, I think the fever doesn't break. I think he's going to be around for a while, and we've seen way too many Republicans like Lindsey Graham, like Marco Rubio, like Ted Cruz, who've done like the entire transformation, right? They started like Jeff Goldblum in The Fly with a few characteristics, but by now, 4 years later, they are in full fly mode. And that's not going to change overnight. And I don't think Trump and his children and his band of grifters go away overnight, because this is their shtick now. They want to sell books, and they want to be relevant, and they want to be on TV, and they want to get people to their properties, and they want to be able to get people in foreign countries to give them loans. So I think the Trumps are here in the Republican Party for a while longer, even if he loses, and certainly if he wins.
Well, I'm going to read you something that I hope makes you feel better. 8% of Americans, oh no, where is it? Oh, here it is. 100 million people have already voted, and we see no large-scale fraud. In Texas, early turnout exceeds the entire turnout from 2016. Same is true in Hawaii and Montana, too. In Georgia, just under 4 million have voted, nearly matching 2016, 4.2 already. The number of ballots being rejected for mistakes is lower in 2020, and in Florida, where 1.3% of mail-in ballots were tossed in 2018, only 0.3 have been tossed thus far. And the last thing I'm going to tell you is an NBC News survey found confidence in the fairness of this election has risen 7% since the summer. Now, I know that if it goes in a crazy way and Joe doesn't get elected, he's going to say to people, everybody calm down. You know, we'll figure this out. You think the other one, you think you know who will do the same if his people start going off and being crazy? You think he'll say to them, calm down?
No.
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 First of all, people have to remember that Trump is hanging on to power, and primarily, I think, it's to avoid going to prison. You know, people don't remember Watergate. John Ehrlichman, Haldeman, they both went to prison. John Mitchell went to prison. The only reason that Nixon didn't go is because he was pardoned by Gerald Ford. They will go to jail. He will go to jail. He has to answer E. Jean Carroll. He has to answer the Southern District. He's petrified. That's why he's barricading himself. It's not just about holding on to power. And those other three stooges you were just talking about, maybe they'll get voted out eventually, because they have no core of self. Cruz, I love what you said yesterday, Anna, about Rubio. Fantastic. These people have to be taken down immediately. We will never have a country. I'm sorry, Sarah, I'm not as positive about it as you are.